Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about Jane Austen retellings. So as you know, if you watch some of my videos, I love Jane Austen, I love her books, and I'm always on the lookout for like retellings or just different copies of the books. So I thought I'd share with you some of my favorite Jane Austen retellings. So I chose one retelling for each book, so the one that I like the best or it's most popular. So, in no particular order, I'm going to start with Sense and Sensibility, and the retelling for Sense and Sensibility that I really liked was Jane of Austen by Hilary Manton Lodge. So this is a modern retelling of Sense and Sensibility. It's about two sisters who make a tea shop in Austen, and just the people who are around them and crossing paths with different people. I really liked this retelling. If you've seen my video of ranking Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility is not my favorite of her books. I still love it, but it's not one of my favorite ones. But I really like this book. Just the story and the characters I just really enjoyed. This story is told through the perspective of Jane, who is the Mary Ann character, and through the perspective of the Colonel Brandon character. So you have someone who was in the Marines and who was wounded, and then Jane. So it was really neat to see just those two perspectives. And the funny thing was that I always liked the character of Eleanor, but in this book I like the character of Mary Ann better. So it was kind of interesting to see her take on it and just like switching my likes of the character for this book, which was kind of neat. Each chapter has a recipe, so that's also kind of a fun thing that this book does. So there's a lot of talk about food, so if you get hungry, you can bake some of the stuff or make some of the stuff that they mentioned in the book. So Jane of Austen, Sense and Sensibility. And then for Northanger Abbey, I have Henry Tilney's Diary by Amanda Grange. So this is part of a series that Amanda Grange did. She took Austen hero from each book and kind of retold the story, but through the hero's perspective. And I really enjoy these books. So that's why I chose this one for Henry Tilney. So it kind of goes through before Henry Tilney met Catherine, his relationship with his sister. So I really enjoy these books. So if you haven't read them, Amanda Grange, Henry Tilney's Diary, or if you like the other Austen heroes, you can read some of the other ones. Mansfield Park. The book that I chose for that is Central Park by Deborah White Smith. This is part of her Jane Austen series, and so if you like her writing, then there's a whole series of Jane Austen retellings. This is a modern day retelling of Mansfield Park. I haven't read it for a while, so I forget details, but the series is very fun, and yeah, so if you wanted a Mansfield Park, I feel that there's a lot more Pride and Prejudice books and like Emma retellings than like Mansfield Park, so this one was fun to read. Her writing is very easy to read too. So the next one is for Persuasion, and this is For Darkness Shows the Stars by Diana Peterfrod, and this is a retelling of Persuasion, but set in space. Or not set in space, I'm sorry. Set in just kind of the future, just different things, kind of dystopian society. I really enjoyed it. I like seeing the story of Persuasion, but just with little tweaks of this world that she created. So there is also a companion novel to it, and that is a retelling of the Scarlet Pimpernel. So kind of having Persuasion and the Scarlet Pimpernel, I really enjoyed it. So here's one for Persuasion. I always find it hard to find good retellings of Persuasion, so if you have any, let me know in the comments below. The next two are standalones, so the ones I showed you before are part of series and stuff. But this one is a retelling of Emma, but through Jane Fairfax's perspective. So Jane Fairfax by Jane Austen. Jane Austen has actually retold a couple of Jane Austen's books. I remember I didn't really like some of the retellings that she did, but I really liked her Jane Fairfax retelling. So the first half, I believe, is kind of Jane growing up in Highbury, getting to know Emma, getting to know all the people in the town, and it kind of tells the story of when she goes to Ireland with the Dixons and all that. And the second half is the actual retelling of Emma. So I really enjoyed it, and if you want a retelling of Emma, this is a good one. So the last one is Pride and Prejudice, and there are so many good Pride and Prejudice retellings. There's fun ones. There's some from the series that I've mentioned before. So I just decided to show you the most popular one. It's made into a movie, and it's Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I thought it was pretty hilarious because they'll take Jane Austen's words and then just stick a zombie right in the middle of it. Let's see. So the first sentence is, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a zombie in possession of brains must be in want of more brains." So it's funny. It's I haven't finished it, but it's a little different than the movie, but definitely worth checking out if you like retellings. So Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. So those are the retellings of Jane Austen that I've enjoyed. What are some of the Jane Austen books that you enjoyed? I'm always on the lookout for more. So let me know in the comments below. Let me know some of your favorite. Let me know your favorite Jane Austen. So hope you enjoyed this little video. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.